Okay, everybody, so as you came in, you could notice that I was writing things down for today's announcements. Just give me a second here. Okay, let's see here. Let's see if there's anything else that I have to talk about. Oh, yeah. Alright, so everybody, now that that's officially written up, I just want to close the door here. Okay, now, it has been quite a while since we had a meeting, so this is nice to have an in-person meeting again, because I've been very, very busy, as you all know. So, I just want to tell you that I have not had a clubist for Virgo, because it's been, kind of a, Virgo season's been a brand new time for me to get started with my online classes, and I've been very, very busy and overwhelmed and really working very hard and analytically at that. So I just haven't had the leisure or the time or the energy to fit that in. But because it is in my moon sign, in my opposite sign, and my half birthday is coming up next month, we're going to really take Libra season seriously. And the very, very first day of it, I'm going to tell you all of the plans that I have for Libra season. Because let me tell you that we're going to be doing a lot of stuff, including watching a lot of dancing, learning a lot about different cultures and injustices, reading a lot of poetry, looking at a lot of art and different types of fashion, reading novels and short stories, because it is an air sign, but it's kind of an air sign that is very, very compatible with water and earth, and it has that mixed in. And I do think that it is a very practical and logistical sign when it comes to a lot of things. And I think that the sign is very, it's kind of emotional. It's kind of an emotional sign. And Libra is all about the beautifying, charming factor, because it's ruled by Venus. And Venus is the planet of relationship, fun, friendship, affection, beauty, and what you value or care most about. And my Venus is in Gemini. If I had to choose my chart, and if I had to switch it around, I would make it either Taurus, Libra, or Pisces or Cancer. Maybe Pisces. But we can't do that because we're born how we were. But either one of those three, I would gladly either take Taurus, Libra, or Pisces. But so anyway, let's see here. And all the signs are emotional, air-like, fiery, and practical in their own way. Gemini is a very emotional sign. Even though it's an air sign, it is emotional, like all the signs, because it's wrong to fit different signs and different people into different categories, because you know so much more than your sun sign. You know, because you know, what if I have this category and I want to have the others and I don't have it? Well, with the natal chart, you get the best of a lot or all, or you know, some of the different signs and the different flavors, because astrology is not only about just the 12 zodiac signs being in the sun placement. It revolves around the houses and the other planets and your ascendant. So yeah. Anyway, I'll talk about all of the plans coming up. There will be a Libra Clubus for those wanting to join, and we'll go over the sections. We'll be doing several activities, and in the clubuses, we'll probably be, you know, looking at a lot of, you know, poetry and, you know, objects of that nature. The next time that we're really going to get artistic is come late February, come Pisces season. And there will probably be a concert for Libra season. And you know, when we get to Scorpio season, there's going to be a lot of good music and songs, all in minor key. And I think that, you know, that the concert is going to be really, really great. And really, really fun and interesting. So, but let's hold off on that because it's not time yet, after all. So American Lit Clubus. Today we're going to be reading a little bit out of Old Man in the Sea. Now, you should have got up to page 81 in Old Man in the Sea by now, because coming up on Monday, you need to have that finished up. Monday or Tuesday. Old Man in the Sea, whole book, 127 pages, done. And I'm not only saying that for your benefit, I'm also saying that for my benefit because I'm teaching it. Well, those individuals should have taken pink for that, because I said things because of how I was feeling at the moment, and everybody took pink and they can't remember. It's like it never happened. For anybody who still remembers, I need you to take pink. Water under the bridge, thing of the past. I do not want anybody talking about it or gossiping about it, or remembering it and knowing that it happened. So, okay. Well, if you're not raising your hands, that tells me that you took pink, because you're forgetting something. But if you raising your, but for those of you raising your hands, then those individuals should have not taken pink then. So have you all? Okay. Well, it's over there. I need you to help yourself to it. Okay. So for English Lit class 1984, we're going to be discussing Chapter 1, Part 1. I've been very, very busy, and I have not had the time to read into that, or motivation for that matter. So we will talk about what goes on in the society, which I certainly do not want to escape to. It's one of those books that if you read it, it really, really makes you feel very grateful for what there is and what you have and what's going on around you. Because for those who are in 1984, you read it, but I would certainly not want to have something hanging on my wall, or a government spying over me all the time, because that would be very, very uncomfortable. That's very, very uncomfortable when you're, being, watched, and have tabs on you and all that. And I think that, if you read the very, very beginning of the book, then I think that it will maybe take your breath away. It'll impact you, move you in some way, because of what's going on in the setting is just so surreal, and just not, just so dystopian, not in our world. And remember, he has a lot of real world references. So now we have North Korea, which, is a very totalitarian government, and the ruler Kim Jong-un needs to stay in power, and it's a very, very strict government. If somebody does something wrong, then they are going to definitely regret that. And if you see, there's a story about a man. He was a college student. He was a junior, college in Cincinnati, Ohio. His name was Otto Frederick Warmbier, and he was a Sagittarius, born on December the 12th. I believe it was 1997 or 96 or something like that. So he was a Sagittarius. And what does Sagittarius mean? Expansion, freedom, adventure, travel. He loved to travel, and he was fearless, and he loved to adventure, and he had his best friends and his comrades, mates, if you want to call them that. So he went to the Forbidden Fruit, and this was described in the videos, Forbidden Fruit country, North Korea, which North Korea, South Korea, they're separate countries altogether. So he went there, and they were staying at this hotel, and there was the 5th floor that the elevator skipped over. So he and his friends dared something that would cost him his fate. On the stairs, and he went to the floor, and he saw all kinds of hateful messages, and graphic illustrations, kind of, biracial, against America, and he apparently, because the footage was hard to see, there was somebody who tore down a sign, which might have been, talking about how North Koreans in America. And while he was getting on the plane, some guard pulled him aside, and he was brought to court, and he had a testimony, and he was in a coma. When he came back to America, and he passed away, which is really, really a shame, because he was very, very young, and there was a lot of things that he definitely could have done in his life had he lived longer. So that's definitely a shame. So, there's just something. Anyway, yeah. So, we have no mentioned guests right here, right now, but I just want to talk about bonnet season. There was, that little song, that music that you came in hearing, that goes off of a poem about, bonnets in September. And the poem, which we might actually get to that, a little bit later or another day. Virgo in my life, I don't think that we're going to worry about. Okay, everybody, I think that is it for today. All of you can see.